Hi everyone, it's Matt, and this week's maintenance tip is our Bleach Filter Test Kit in action. Last week we talked about the parts. Today we're actually going to filter some bleach and show you what the samples look like when they're done. So the purpose of this test kit again is to just give you an indication that there may be contaminants in your bleach. So if you are a company that's purchasing bleach either by the truckload or the rail car load, maybe you're having rejected loads, maybe you're repackaging bleach and your customers aren't happy with the color or the clarity of the bleach they're receiving from you. Maybe you're a repackager and your bottles are swollen. This bleach filter test kit is a simple way to find out if there's something in your bleach. As we discussed, it's not going to give you actual levels of parts per million or parts per billion of nickel, copper, or iron, but slower times on the filter paper will indicate more things. Quality issues such as color caused by iron, and again, rapid decomposition or swollen bottles from the nickel or the copper. And a scenario again, maybe you delivered a load and it was rejected by your customer, or maybe there's debris in the bottom of your storage tanks and you're wondering where that came from. This bleach filter test kit can help you find out. So before we get started, I'm going to put on my gloves and my safety glasses, and then we'll run some tests. As you can see, I put on some gloves and my safety glasses. Don't worry, I've been wearing glasses since the 3rd grade. If you want to make fun of these, I can handle it, okay? Before we begin with the filter paper, I'm going to put it on here. I'm going to get it wet with some DI water before we do our final assembly. Before we turn the vacuum pump on, we're going to make sure that we are connected to the vacuum port. We don't want to pressurize this. We're going to turn this on, and our vacuum gauge is going to show the change. Our vacuum pump is running. We're now going to start the stopwatch and add our bleach. And again, our goal is to have this liter of bleach pass through this filter paper in less than 5 minutes. As you can see, the bleach has gone completely through the filter paper, just under 1 minute and 30 seconds. That indicates to us this is good bleach. I'm going to let the vacuum gauge return to 0 before I disassemble this, just to avoid any potential splashes from the bleach solution. As you can see, our vacuum gauge is back to 0, so I'm going to disassemble this and remove the filter paper. We're simply going to put this on a paper plate labeled number 1. That's our first sample. I'm now going to return this bleach to a safe container in a safe way over at the sink, and we'll be back with sample number 2. Okay, we're all set up. The gauge is indicating we're ready to go. The vacuum pump's ready. We're going to try sample number 2. I'm going to start the stopwatch and begin pouring. Sample number 2. Sample number 2 is completed. Turn off the pump. We'll wait for the vacuum to dissipate, and then we will be right back with sample number 3. Okay, we're back with sample number 3. Going to start the timer. Again, if you're receiving complaints from your customers or having swollen bottles, debris in the bottom of your storage tanks, you may need bleach filtration from Powell. Copper enters the bleach from the municipal water system. Nickel comes in through the caustic. A Powell filtration system will remove those dissolved solids from your bleach. Sample number 3 is almost 2 minutes, and we've got a ways to go. While we're waiting for sample 3, I just decided I'd better make a pot of coffee. because it looks like it's going to be a while. Just to recap, sample number 1, nice bright white filter paper, 1 minute 30 seconds, that passed the test. Sample number 2, a little darker on the filter paper, 2 minute 49 second filter time, still passed the test. Sample number 3, darker filter paper, we stopped the test at 7 minutes because all the bleach simply hadn't gone through, and that's a fail. So these are the kind of results you can expect using the Powell Bleach Filter Test Kit. One final word on sample number 3. Just as I suspected, there was nickel in that bleach. Like and subscribe us on YouTube, comment below, and for more information, hit up our website at powellsolutions.com.